So about a month ago, my partner Mickey and I took a trip up to the Gold Coast to attend her co-worker's wedding. But rather than flying over for just the weekend, we thought this would be a good opportunity to spend a few more days to take in more of something different. It's been 2 years since the last time I've been on a plane, and my previous trip up to Newcastle honestly didn't really feel like a trip at all. So sit back and enjoy this short visual diary of my time in the Gold Coast. Now I like to preface the video with a retrospect. I didn't plan to make much content at first, so much of the footage I captured was really sporadic and it was a challenge trying to collate it all. Being a photographer first, I ended up with too many photos and not enough videos for context, but I tried my best. That aside, after a slight delay to our flight, we landed late, got in our rental car and made a beeline to our stay. The serviced apartment resort we booked was pretty nice, especially the lobby. I ended up taking quite a few photos here over the course of our stay. After dropping off our bags, we headed to a highly rated Thai restaurant, which conveniently was situated on the ground floor just outside the lobby of the resort. It definitely lives up to its high accolades, having not only one of the most impressive interiors I've ever seen for a Thai restaurant, but also an amazing menu to match. Check this spread out. With our stomachs satiated, we retired for the night in preparation for the wedding weekend. The wedding itself went off without a hitch. The venue was cozy, the weather was fantastic, the catering was superb. I didn't record much footage so as to not detract from the experience. After the reception and lunch, we went back to the resort to freshen up and change in preparation for the dinner event. Again, no footage, but I did take some shots here and there. On Sunday morning, we attended a final lunch event hosted by the bride and groom at Southport Surf Lifesaving Club. The club faces out towards Main Beach, with a beautiful panoramic view of, well, the Gold Coastline. As an Australian, we really do take our beaches for granted, for I can imagine people from other parts of the world would be mighty jealous. After lunch, we drove all the way up to the tip of the coastal stretch called the Spit. Sunday seemed to be the day when most people came here to relax, take a stroll, walk their dogs and just hang out. I walked all the way down the breakwater to breathe in some of that salty sea breeze goodness. This felt familiar as I did the exact same thing when I was in Newcastle. That same night, we met up with friends from the wedding and proceeded to hit the night streets of Surfers Paradise, a tourist hotspot to have some drinks and see what was around. There was one particular strip lined with an abundance of clubs and bars, and coincidentally an abundance of young partygoers. One thing led to another and I found myself out of place, sitting inside a club. Free entry before 11 PM, which was nice. And although I didn't partake in the way of dancing, I did manage to capture a few images from the night. I was excited for Monday. The plan was to take a leisurely drive along the scenic rim, a route with many side paths that take you to various national parks and locales. Obviously, this couldn't be done in a single day, so I picked out the places I wanted to see and were the most convenient to access. But first, we always start a long driving day with a coffee.
You can't be replaced. You're a superstar, and I can feel you in my arms.
Our first stop along the way was a quick hiking trail called the Curtis Falls Track. It's roughly a 20-minute leisurely stroll through the woods, arriving at a clearing. We spent some time taking in the sights and sounds, then made our way back to continue the drive. Around noon, we arrived at a small town in Canungra, known for this one cafe called The Outpost that apparently does really good pies. Yeah, this one, which I completely didn't go into. Not much to say really, a quiet town with a much slower pace of living. The plan was to originally drive all the way down to Lamington National Park and take a hike, but by my estimates it would be very late by the time we made the trip back, so we had to cut the drive short and settled midway at Scenic Lookout. Aside from a few cows grazing the fields, we had the space all to ourselves. Our last day in the Gold Coast was spent taking it easy and exploring Burleigh Heads, a suburb 15 minutes drive south of Surfers Paradise. Nice weather, nice beach, a vibrant but not overcrowded atmosphere. It felt like the perfect finisher for a short trip. We walked to a higher vantage point near the south end of the beach, enjoyed the views, and called it a day. Overall, this entire trip felt more like a teaser than anything else. The pandemic really had me yearning for travel, and after this trip, I can safely say it didn't help in satiating that desire. What I can say is, if I could retire somewhere, the Gold Coast will definitely be at the top of my list. Thank you for reliving this journey with me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.